Welcome back, everyone. With everything that's going on right now, we thought it would be a great idea to sit down with some of our favorites to check in and see how they're doing. So we have Andrea and Travis Solberg with the Landon's Light Foundation Skyping in with us. Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I am good. I haven't talked to you guys in weeks. I know, like, right when everything started to shut down, I just kind of randomly popped up at your house well after when is appropriate, I think, by, social etiquette standards. But let's talk a little bit about just first how your family's doing, being kind of in lockdown.
Mm-hmm. You know, we're hanging in there. It's certainly been harder for our 10-year-old daughter because friends have really been her biggest outlet, grieving the loss of Landon. And so to not be able to see them physically has been a little bit difficult for her, but luckily because of technology, they've still been able to stay connected in that way. But otherwise, we've been getting a lot of good family time in, which, I think we have to find the positives in moments like this.
And you guys are really the best at trying to find the positive in bad situations. Every day is a different kind of milestone, but let's talk a little bit about, how you have had to move through everything that's going on and still remember Landon through different milestones that he would be celebrating with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it has been difficult because everything is so new. And one thing Andrew and I were just talking about the other day, a few of our neighbors, some of Landon's really good buddies are actually moving out of the neighborhood. So that's been it's been kind of a difficult thing. Life obviously moves on and families have different opportunities to live in different places. So that's one that's been kind of tough to see. It hasn't been that long ago that we lost Landon. Now we're starting to lose some of his buddies in the neighborhood too, which for us was always a great reminder of Landon and the great times that they had together. But
it was fun this last weekend though, because a couple of them came over and they were playing basketball, of course, trying to social distance while they were doing that. But it was just, we felt Landon's presence there when we could look out and see the boys playing together. Mm-hmm. And it was just a strong reminder that he's watching over us.
Now, we talked to you a while back when you really decided to move forward with the Landon's Light Foundation. It sounds like that hasn't really slowed down, even though our worlds have been turned upside down a bit. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing with the foundation?
Sure, yeah. The latest thing, obviously with COVID-19, we had a lot of things kind of planned that we were working towards and kind of put it on hold. And we started talking about how can we help some of these families that are really going through a difficult time. I mean, you hear some of the statistics on unemployment and at some of the highest levels it's ever been. And we just talked about it and decided that we would try to impact. Our foundation is really focused on kids. They don't necessarily have to be a medical condition. So we thought, how could we help families, get healthier? And with kids, we put together a COVID-19 program where we wanted to provide some assistance and provide gift cards to some families to just help them out if they're struggling financially or whatever the issue is where they've been impacted by COVID-19. So we actually started a program and launched it. And within, I think it was about a day and a half. Initially, we were like, well, let's help 25 families and just provide a $100 gift card for each family. And I think we ended up with over 70 applicants it was only a day and a half. So we actually had to shut it down. And then we increased to 35 families that we did $100 for. And then we did for every other qualified individual. Then we just did a little lesser amount. But at least, being a new foundation, we couldn't afford to give everybody 100, but at least we could help them in some way. And we felt that was a great way to do it, even though we're going through really uncertain times.
And it was a $100 gift card to one of the local grocery stores. And so the only really stipulations, they had to be local to the area. They had to have children under the age of 18 living at home, and they had to be in some way, shape, or form adversely affected by COVID-19.
That's incredible. Yeah, you helped a large amount of people in a short amount of time. It just goes to show that, there are people who need the help out there. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about how people can support the foundation and what you have planned for the future as well.